do have an exciting question to ask all of you during this broadcast today. So, whichever platform you're watching on, be it Haps, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, please share this. We'd greatly appreciate it. And if you want to join a travel community where you can ask questions and share some of your travel favorites, please join us at todayintravel.live. If you put that in your browser, it'll take you right to us. I hope everybody's having a good morning. I still have a full broadcast for all of you. I still have questions to answer, some travel news. So I hope all of you are doing well this morning. I'm finishing uploading our deck here. All those pretty pictures you guys see, I have to upload them one at a time. Randy, Emmy, good morning. Emmy, you should join me today. I gotta finish uploading all these photos. I hate tedious work where it's like one thing at a time. Almost there. Then I can start uploading. So, Emmy, Randy, what are you guys up to this morning? It started getting rainy and cold here. I am running solo today, Josh. Hi, Pam. I am. Almost there. Almost got all these photos deleted with the new ones uploaded. Miss Q, how are you doing? Yes, they are having a fantastic week. I'm very jealous. I wanted to do this sailing, but alas, I had other responsibilities I had to do, and I'm definitely having some FOMO over not being there. Beautiful here doing Odyssey cruise last minute stuff. When is your Odyssey sailing, Emmy? We're going to get started here in about 2 minutes. Those of you that have been with us a while, you know the drill. You know I'm normally not alone. What's there? Oh, you're doing it back to back? Nice. Make sure I got all these. Hunt, hi. Hunt, you're back in Orlando, right? I know you were off in Colorado for a bit. I need to text you. I've been a bad friend. I've been so busy. The joys of running your own business. Just obscenely busy. obscenely busy. Almost there. Okay, there's that one. And one more. And then I'm done. At least with that. Exciting. I am solo today. I'm all alone. There's no one here beside me. Good morning, Cindy. Hi, Angela. So I hope I can bring the same amount of vibe as to when I have co-host here. But at the top of the hour, we're just going to get this started. It is Today in Travel Time, Wendy. It is. I'm running solo and my counterparts are enjoying themselves in the Mediterranean. It's definitely a fair trade this week. Exactly. But, I think I'm actually going to, excuse me, I might have to have Jason run a solo one for me when I'm in Italy, depending on what's going on. So, or I might let you guys pick where I broadcast from in Italy. We might have to do that instead. All right, guys, it's the top of the hour. Welcome. This is the Today in Travel. I'm going to include everybody in this one. This is the Today in Travel show. We are an online community. You can find us at todayintravel.live, full of travel professionals and aficionados. Normally, I'm here with Jason Poole, who is an American Express travel advisor. I myself own a hotel sales support company. I've been working in hotels for 14 years, and I'm a travel blogger. And then one of our fellow admins, Ken Jarvis, is a excuse me, choking on air, is a travel connoisseur, frequent flyer, frequent cruiser, Pinnacle, you name it. Don't know what I'm choking on over here, guys. Not going good first off. All right, first up on the travel agenda, this is what we go through every single week. We're bringing you the latest and greatest in travel news, and you can ask questions in our group. We talk about those during the week. We give travel tips, talk about who's cruising and traveling, and whatnot. So make sure you join us. All right, first piece of news. I got to pull up my articles on the side here since I don't have Jason with me today. That's not the one that I need. So, California is banning travel to 18 different states over religious freedom laws. Now, this isn't for individual people, this is people that are traveling on the government of California's dime. If you're traveling to a place, if you need to travel to a place like Texas and you work for the state government, it is not going to be funded. They have banned travel all of those states that have these new tighter abortion laws, anti-LGBTQ legislation. So that list is growing in California. All right, next up, this is a particular fun topic for me to talk about, but business travel slump is undercutting hotels. I know this is going to happen. This is what I tell my clients that I work with is going to happen. So, business travel for hotels is still not back. I don't think it's ever going to personally come back the way that it did. I think a lot of companies found that they could actually have some jobs work from home and have that be fine, or maybe they didn't need to travel as much as they were. There's still going to be a need for it, but it's just not going to be the demand that it was in 2019 and years prior. So, what that means for you is expect to see some decent hotel deals in this off season. Most hotels, aside from like that kind of Florida area, like in the Northeast, if you're trying to do some Christmas stuff, some fall stuff, you're going to see some deals compared to normal. So keep an eye out for those deals. I always recommend checking your hotel rates, booking as soon as you know, checking them at 30 days out, 2 weeks out, and 1 week out, usually after a Thursday or a Friday, because that's when revenue calls typically are. Okay, next topic. The CDC has added 6 more countries to their high risk list. This is Armenia, Austria, Barbados, Croatia, Latvia, New Caledonia. And then we had other destinations move down to a level 3, which was Argentina, France, Iceland, Lesotho, Morocco, Nepal, Portugal, and South Africa. Keep in mind, this is not, and I repeat, not an indication of, oh my gosh, it's, COVID soup everywhere. We are considered especially high risk to other countries, like, especially areas like Florida and things like that. So this is a CDC risk list. This is not a do not travel list. So keep that in mind. Let's go to our next topic. Ooh. Well, it's not this one, but we can talk about this one. England eases international travel restrictions. So, under the new rules, fully vaccinated travelers entering England are no longer required to take a pre departure coronavirus test when coming into the country if you are not on a red list, if your country's not on a red list. So, a little bit less of a headache because sometimes those PCR tests, as we've talked about in other broadcasts, are a little bit more difficult to come across. So, that is some good news. All right, the one I was trying to click on is Australia says that it is not going to welcome back foreign tourists until at least 2022. The country is trying to get their full vaccination benchmark for the population that is 16 years and older to 80% before they reach that point. So if you're planning a trip down under, you might want to wait just a little bit more. I mean, it's nice to say that they're actually saying that they might open in 2022, but I wouldn't be booking anything right off the bat. All right. And that is it for our travel topics. Now, this question, I want you guys to answer this with me. Has your travel behaviors and booking style changed since COVID? So, I personally don't think that I've necessarily changed my booking behaviors. as I've been a little bit more cognizant to what I'm booking and what I'm doing. I'm picking my destinations based on a little less in the restrictions. Like, for example, I didn't want to be on a cruise that I could only do cruise ship sanctioned excursions on. Ideally, I mean, Alaska was a different story. I definitely have started traveling quite a bit more, just like you, Hunt. Um, and I don't know, I'm down for trying new things as much as, I love doing a Western, Eastern Caribbean cruise. I'm kind of looking for a little bit more new experiences, a little bit of that YOLO mentality. And finding a balance between there. I've also noticed because I've been able to get different status increases with different companies that I'm coming a little bit more bouge. I like my Delta upgrades. Wendy, that is a great question. Are you uncomfortable sailing out of Fort Lauderdale? I had a lot of hesitation sailing out of Miami at the beginning of September. The numbers in Florida have been crazy. I was really, really concerned about it. How do I want to put this? But then I had to come to the realization of I'm not going out and partying in Miami. I had a cruise in Miami. So my dealings in Florida, we're going to be in an airport where everybody's distanced, masked overall, hand sanitizer, to a private taxi cab, to a hotel room that was just us, to a cruise ship where you had to wear masks. So, I mean, I had to think about it that way, that the situations I was putting myself in, there were the guidelines versus the free for all that was in Florida. So that kind of gave me a little bit more peace of mind. But I definitely had some hesitation, needless to say. Let's see here. Josh, not really. The Royal Double Points promo changed my short term goals, but nothing more than that. Emmy, yes, in fact, I do not spend days pre and post cruise because of testing for flights and boarding ships. That is a good point, Emmy. Richard, sailing out of Miami on Friday. Richard, which ship are you on? Josh, I sailed from Fort Lauderdale in September, was more concerned about the flights than anything else. Wendy, thanks for the award. Freedom. Very nice. Richard, I need to add you to the list. So you guys make sure you give Richard a follow here. He's going to be sailing on Freedom. Yeah, I mean, initially I had a bit of concern. But as you guys brought up, the flights have been an issue. And I've personally recommended not booking flights with certain airlines because of what's going on these days. And as we've talked about on this show with Jason, the airlines are still a mess. The understaffing in the hospitality industry is just a lot. I have a lot of general managers covering night audit shifts at hotels. It's good for my business, but it's really hard right now. Like there's less employees. The travel demand had picked up a bit more. I'm seeing a lot more flight changes. Like I actually had to fix my Italy flight on the way home because I got switched to a multiple stop layover and I didn't want to do that. So I had to move that around. So yeah, I don't think it's changed too much as I've become more aware of certain things and book accordingly. So that was fun, you guys. Let's see here. Next slide, travel tips. So I'm going to try to add another graphic here. That's supposed to say read, not ready. My hands got a little excited this morning. So you need to read your airline travel requirements before you fly. Because there's a lot of times that people think that they are entitled to certain compensation when when there's delays and stuff, but it varies by airline. I'm going to show you guys an example here of JetBlue's. So this is the list of entitlement for JetBlue. JetBlue has a Bill of Rights. I've actually had this happen to me personally. But for JetBlue, under cancellations, if they cancel a flight within 4 hours of the flight, you are entitled to a $50 credit. After the scheduled departure time is a $100 credit. Delays. This is another important one too. If customers whose flights are delayed due to a controllable irregularity are entitled to compensation, good for future travel. So, controllable irregularity is like staff not showing up for a flight, delaying a flight, etc. I've actually received a $200 credit on this particular. Now, keep in mind, weather is not in their control, but you need to review what each airline will give you, um, so that you know how to tackle it appropriately. Because sometimes the frontline staff is not well versed in what their travel requirements are. So keep that in mind. All right, next we have a travel question of the day from the community at todayintravel.live. And this comes from Richard. So, Richard, I got some expert advice here for you. So, I had to ask Jason because I'm 2 points shy of Diamond Plus and didn't know this answer for you. Jason would like to tell you that for a Royal Caribbean Diamond Plus member, it is usually better to purchase on board for the internet package with the Diamond Plus discount versus the cruise planner unless you are buying a bundled drink package and Wi-Fi package. That is the only time that it's generally cheaper. I know that Jason actually waits to get his internet normally on board. So there is the question. And then for who's cruising this week, we have Richard on Freedom, but Ken Jarvis, Jason, Cruise Life Rick, they're all on the Apex this week. JJ Cruise is on the Odyssey of the Seas. Galveston Steve is on Independence. And then just a reminder, we have two, I guess, official-ish group cruises on the books right now. We have Alaska. We've got quite a few people. I think Jason and I actually have to add a bit more group space to this one. On Alaska, August 12th on the Celebrity Solstice. Next August, rates include Wi-Fi, drink packages, and gratuities. And if you have an Amex, you get that bonus onboard credit. And then the Pro Bowl group cruise on the Scarlet Lady, February 4th next year. Make sure you guys reach out to Jason Poole, jason.poole@cruiseplanners.com for those. And then this is it. This is the last slide, guys. So if you have any travel questions, concerns, some travel favorites you want to share, please go to our travel group today in travel.live. Gladly answer those questions and also share your favorites. Like if you have a good travel tip, travel hack, share it with us. All types of travel is welcomed. All right, we got a couple of questions over here. Let me read. Emmy, on 7-night cruises as a Diamond Plus, I do not buy on Cruise Planner unless it's more than 35% off. I buy on the ship. Richard, this Freedom Cruise on Friday will push me over to Diamond Plus. Very nice. I have a cruise in November that I plan on taking. Mark, you were. And since it was just me, it was a quick show today. So, Janine, great question. What is the Amex onboard credit? So, certain cruise lines, Royal Caribbean, Celebrity, have a promotion with American Express. Either the gold card or the platinum card is the really good one. And if you pay for your cruise with an American Express platinum card, depending on your cabin type, you get anywhere from $100 to $300 extra onboard credit. Celebrity lets you stack up that onboard credit. That's how I've walked on board Celebrity ships with like almost $1,000 in onboard credit, which is lovely. And then, of course, with Royal and Celebrity, you get to use that ahead of time. I believe the Amex Gold Card has a promo like that, but it's only $100. Thanks, Wendy. Mark, you are late. Mark and I were supposed to go to the Disney 50th anniversary party. I'm sad I didn't, but glad I did at the same time. So, yeah, Janine, it's a really, really great feature to those cards. It's another reason I'm okay with that big, ginormous annual fee. So that is going to be it today. Make sure you guys go back and check. I did a live from Italy with Davide last week in Campo di Fiore, which is one of my favorite neighborhoods before I head back there in a month to show you guys some things. And then I have a new live from Italy coming up on the 14th, I believe. It's next Thursday. we're doing a ghost tour of Castel San Angelo in Rome, Italy. So make sure you guys check that out. I'm going to be posting a save the date on here and in the group.